Now, the Constitutional Court heard today a request from the Independent Electoral Commission for a 17-month extension to verify the addresses of South African voters on the voters' roll. This is a big issue affecting the elections next year. For more, we're joined by Abongile Dumako. Thank you for being with us, Abongile. So, this has been going on for a long time. When can we expect a decision from the ConCourt?
We don't know when the ConCourt will hand down the judgment on this matter, but of course we do understand that the IEC had made this appeal to the Commission to grant them this 17-month extension, saying that they need more time to actually sort out their voters' roll in the country. Simon Abongile, Deputy Chairperson of the IEC, saying that there's about 900,000 people who are on their voters' roll who are not yet registered, in the sense that they don't have their registration. I mean, their addresses, their contact details, so they still need to reach out to some of those people who are in that list to get their details so that they can be on the voters' roll.
Explain how this all came about. So 900,000 people without addresses, but we know that many people in South Africa don't have addresses and they've voted in the past, but now we're being sticky about this particular issue.
That's basically what was raised by one of the lawyers who were representing the political parties, the DA and EFF, saying that we've seen people vote before. As a result, even if the ConCourt does grant, the IEC the extension, it must be a limited extension in as far as the rest of the things that they need to do with regards to the voters' registration. Saying that, in a nutshell, people could actually come to the voting station where they are registered and actually provide the officials of IEC with their addresses during when the voting takes place. We all know that next year, mid-next year, we're expecting that the registration, national elections will be taking place here in the country. So basically, it's on the basis of the fact that they feel they don't have enough time, because they have made an extension for the time to be able to collect 100% of all the voter registration, but now they've been given until end November. They say that that's not going to be enough. At least 17 more months would do for them to be able to really get their house in order.
But now let's question this. 17 months to get all the addresses of everyone on the voters' roll. That means that the next year's election is in doubt anyway. We're looking at an election in 2020 if the court grants the IEC this request.
Basically, in as far as that is concerned, the IEC is saying that even if they're not granted the 18 months, they won't be able to finish up what they are yet to do. Simon Abongile saying that they are sitting at 82%. But 18% is yet to be finalized. So at least between now and the 17 months that they are requesting, they'll be able to have reached out to every corner of the country, get all the eligible voters.
But 17 months, I think, takes us into 2020.
It does, and it will go beyond, the 2019 elections that are going to take place next year. But they're saying that if this does not happen, they don't get to be able to be granted the opportunity, to finalize the voters' roll. They will lose credibility, they feel. So they are really appealing to the ConCourt to give them the requested extension.
So final question, can we have a credible vote if the ConCourt says no? We have to go, and we have to let people without addresses or showing us addresses on the day, we have to let them vote.
In a nutshell, the IEC's lawyer, Stephen Badlender, did confirm and confess to the panel of judges that were at the ConCourt today that they do run a risk of losing credibility if they're not really being granted this opportunity to be able to collect all the relevant information from all the eligible voters, because he is saying that as things stand, they still have some challenges with regards to finances as well, because they're saying that they need about 180 million rand of a bailout from Treasury. They are still awaiting for that to be approved as well, because one of the reasons why they've been taking so long since the last judgment in 2016 is because they are facing challenges, including your lack of personnel and, of course, the financial challenges.
And you don't want an IEC to lose credibility, because then the opposite, any of the parties could say no, there was a problem with the voters' roll. So is that what we're trying to prevent drastically right now? Again,
their lawyer, Stephen Badlender, saying that they don't want to run a risk of losing credibility as the independent body that overlooks elections in the country. So really the appeal again to the ConCourt is to at least grant them the 17 months. But however, IFP, the DA, and of course 2 independent candidates saying that 17 months would be too much. At least it should be a limited extension, because we don't want to go to the elections next year without people being registered as voters, but yet they are on the voters roll.
All right, thank you very much. So in a nutshell, nearly 1 million voters don't have addresses. Yes. The IEC says it wants 17 months. That'll take us into 2020. The 2019 elections are up for grabs in this Constitutional Court judgment. It's been reserved for now. Thank you very much, Abongile Dumako from the SABC.